I'm going to show you the easiest way to layer vinyl. Hello, I am Katie, the Crafty Blog Stalker, and if you're new to my videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my craft tutorials, make sure to ring that bell. I have already cut out the layers to my design, and we are doing a 4-layer design, and this design is available in Cricut Design Space as a part of the All Access Pass. And I will link to this project either in the description of this video or in the blog post. Along with our 4 layers, we're also going to be using some parchment paper, but you could also use some wax paper or even freezer paper and some transfer tape. Using a pair of scissors, I cut my parchment paper and my transfer tape down to size so it will fit over the entire design. Now when layering vinyl, you want to start with the top layer first. So in this case, we are going to start with this white piece. So I'm going to remove my transfer tape from its backing sheet, and we're just gonna roll it on. I'm gonna use my scraper tool to scrape on or press on that transfer tape, and then I can remove that backing paper from the white, making sure that all of those pieces stick to my transfer tape. And if they don't, just lay it back down and press those pieces into the transfer tape. Now this is when our parchment paper comes into place. For now, I'm just going to cover the back completely. And our next layer going down is the purple. Now we can lay our design on top of our purple layer, and we can kind of position so we know exactly where we want it to go. And the nice thing about the parchment paper is it makes it so it doesn't stick yet. We aren't ready for it to stick. And now that we have an idea of how we're going to layer it, I'm going to move down the transfer tape only so a little bit is exposed. But the parchment paper is still covering most of the design. So now we can layer it again and kind of hold up that exposed area so it doesn't stick. And then once we know it is exactly where we want it to be, we can press down that exposed area, lift up our sheet, and then lay it back down. I'm going to use our scraper tool again to go over the top. Press all of those little pieces into the transfer tape and remove our backing. Our next layer is our green layer. So we're going to do the same thing. Put that parchment paper on there, and we want to find about where that needs to go, just so we can kind of see how it's supposed to look. And then we're going to remove that parchment paper, and this time I need to lower it down so that the vinyl will stick onto that backing sheet of the green. So I need to hold that end up as best I can. And then lift that up. And we only want to scrape it where the paper is because we don't want to stick that vinyl to our tabletop. Put on our parchment paper, and you can see how it is starting to come together. Now our bottom layer is our pink layer. We're going to do the same thing. Layer that on, and I'm going to take off my parchment paper and move it down. And then we're going to layer it again, holding up this top, the exposed part, until we're ready to put it down. Press down the exposed area. Then lift up our transfer tape, remove our parchment paper, and roll down. And there is our layered vinyl design, but so you can see it a little bit better, I am going to put it on the back of my iPad for a fun little iPad decal. Now I can take my layered decal that we've made and peel back that transfer tape. And again, I just want to make sure that all of those little pieces stick to my transfer tape. And I can even do the same with this if I want, to make sure that I center it exactly how I want to. Put that parchment paper behind and place my decal. Press down that exposed area. Lift it up, remove the parchment, and roll it down. All right, let's take a look. Peel it back, and we're going to peel the transfer tape straight back. And I want to scrape it one more time, and I'm going to put down the parchment paper because I don't want to scratch my surface of my iPad. And there is my finished decal. Isn't that so cute? Those little birds turned out so fun. And it was so easy to layer all of the pieces with that parchment paper. If you want more fun at craft tutorials, make sure to check out my website, thecraftyblogstalker.com. Thanks everyone. Bye and happy crafting.